Okay, Cynthia, so I'm going to run through a couple of these hip snatch videos, and what you're going to see is, like, after extension, the bar moves away from the body immediately, okay? So, boom. Like, you're jumping nice and straight, hips going straight up, but you're going to see that bar still come away from the body. Yeah? It's going to do this. Yeah? See what I mean? My line is slightly exaggerated. And they do get better as the set goes on. But like what I want to kind of really emphasize today is what should happen after extension, right? So let's go back a little. Okay, so we're doing a hip snatch. So we're starting from this position right here. And what I really want you to watch is the elbows, because they really indicate how the lifter is pulling himself under the bar. Okay, so like from this position, he's going to drive down into the floor until he reaches full extension of the knees. Right. Now that he's extended, what you'll see in the next frame is he starts to pull his elbows up and back immediately. That's going to accelerate his movement under the bar with his body. But also it's going to help maintain the proximity of the barbell to the body. Oh, that's the same color as the singlet. Maintain the proximity of the barbell to his body as he goes under, right? If I can... One frame at a time. And then you see the elbows start to come in as he's starting to use the upper body to keep the bar very, very close to his body and pull himself under into a balanced receiving position, okay? So where you're going wrong is right after the bar leaves the hip, okay? So it's not that you're not using, it's not that you don't have an aggressive turnover, it's that there's a delay between reaching extension and your arms engaging in the turnover. So your hips start dropping straight away at the correct time, but you're not actively pulling yourself down, and you're not actively keeping the bar close. So then the bar comes away from you, then you start to pull it back, but because the bar already has that forward displacement, you need you're creating extra horizontal force to pull it back behind you, which is avoidable. So really what you need to focus on is keeping the bar under control the whole time, rather than allowing it to come away from you, and then sort of trying to regain from there. Okay, so that's hip snatches. To be honest, it's kind of a similar thing going on in your cleans as well. Like, we just need more aggression, you're like dropping under rather than pulling yourself under. Okay, so you can get way more speed if you focus on being active after extension and pulling yourself down. It'll also make you way more consistent and massively increase the amount of weight you can clean, right? So with these front squat jerks, this is entirely in your head, right? You're easily capable of making these weights. Like the one that you do make, super easy, super fast, right? Plenty of height. You kind of throw that back leg back, but honestly, that's just because you're a little bit nervous. So, like, don't tell yourself that you're not capable of doing this weight, because you definitely are. I'm interested that you said that you haven't tried to jerk this weight. Let me just double check what the percentage was this week. But like you said to me that like your squats and your leg strength is back up to where it was beforehand, right? So clearly you've been training. It sounds like you've been like mostly doing strength work and not putting a ton of time into the lifts. or maybe you've been avoiding the jerk. I don't know, but like this is an 80% jerk. So if you're able to, yeah, like the highest jerks on this whole program are 80%, right? So if you're able to like squat your like 200 for 5, then you shouldn't be having any trouble with jerking that weight, like strength wise. And technically they look great. So I'm telling you, like that's in your head, and you just need to be a bit more confident. And don't tell yourself that you can't make that weight, because you definitely can. In this screenshot, you are talking about your upper back, but like this your upper back isn't visible at all. Like in this screenshot, I'm not saying that like that what you're saying isn't correct, but like or you've got your shoulder here, and then like you've got like your lat obscuring where your back is. That shape, that slightly curved outline is muscle on your upper back, because you're slightly tilted towards the camera. Like your thoracic spine, as far as it's shown in that screenshot, is absolutely fine. It would be nice to have this torso a bit more upright, and that's not a mobility thing so much as like a skill thing. Can I get off this? WhatsApp, hello? I'm like frozen in full screen. Okay. What I would say is, I always find that the upper back is one of those things that really drops off when you take some time off training, and it's like one of those things that needs some targeting. And then we've also got this screenshot where you're saying like you're really struggling to keep the bar close in this position. So I think what we'll do is going forward into the next bar, once you finish this one, we'll do some drills with pause front squats. That really helps to develop your ability to hold the thoracic spine in extension. I don't know whether I'll choose like some variation with a pause at the top as well, but just get a bit more like time supporting the bar there. As for keeping the bar close in the pool, like if you're struggling to keep the bar close here, then essentially it's going to be one of two things, right? It's going to be like one, like do you have the lat strength to like squeeze it back here, because that's all that's, and then also like do you have the upper back strength, which you like clearly you're holding an arch here. So what we need to do is attack this from two angles. We're going to do like some lat specific work, and then also some attack it from the other way, more of like a top down thing, and do some like snatch deadlift variations where we're working on holding good positions in the pool, and that should strengthen your back up and get it back to where it should be. Yeah, let me know what kind of like snatch and clean and jerk you were doing prior to starting this training program. Because now that you've said that you haven't attempted a jerk over 80%, then I'm quite intrigued. It sounds like you've mostly just been doing squats, and that's why you are finding the squats in this program hard, even though they're lighter, because you're doing the lifts as well, right? So you're just doing more volume of training, and obviously doing your the squats at the end of snatches, cleans, and jerks. Okay, I hope that's helpful. I am trying to get these more concise. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions or feedback.